Hello guys, Sir Grandelot here with my last video of the year. I doubt I will be recording more stuff during the next few days, outside of maybe some occasional gameplay session, or who knows, maybe some secret illegal leaks will show up, wink wink, we don't know. But yeah, I wanted to make a video while I do my due diligence with my daily activities in Honkai Star Rail and Zenless Zone Zero. To talk a bit about this past year, what may happen the next year, and free flow a little bit, because this is the kind of nonsense that I used to do 2 or 3 times a week during my streams, which is fairly therapeutic for me. What is this thing? Fine. But recently, and by recently I mean over the course of several months, I've been extremely busy with work, and that has brought huge impact in the amount of streams that I can do on average during the course of a month. Now, if you've been here for some time, you may remember that there was a period during which I was able to stream... why is the volume so loud right now? Can we stop it just for a second? It's way too loud in combat. It was so nice in the tiny area of Penacony. Here it's so loud. Fine. Hopefully this is going to be enough and I don't need to re-record it. It would feel extremely bad. What was I saying? Oh, there was a period a few years ago that I was able to stream 3 times a week. And then it went down to 2. And then it was like once a week. But this year, for the most part, I can stream once a month, maybe without any previous notice, mainly because I'm extremely busy with my full-time job. I work in IT, and the amount of time that people can work from home is dwindling. In general, I don't mind working in the office or at home, like they're both fine for me. I don't have a clear favorite. But because I have a long commute to go to work, it takes me about 1 hour and a half to go from home to the office and from the office back home. It means that when I can work from home, I have an extra 3 hours of life that I can use. And very often I used those in the past. Oh, nice, there is a speed. I used those in the past to stream, which was very convenient. But now I'm doing some stuff that requires me to be in the office and interact with other people. And so because of that, it's very difficult for me to find days during which I can stream. I can usually do it when I take a day off, when my daughter is sick, so it's not great in general. It happens very rarely. And this is about the time when content creators will be like, but next year things are going to improve. I don't want to lie to you. And I myself don't know what is going to happen next year with the projects that I'm taking care of at work. It could be that a few weeks from now I'm like, yeah, we can go back streaming once or twice a week. Or, okay guys, the stream will restart maybe sometimes in 2027. I really have no clue. It's a little bit like when a company in the stock market has their earning calls and they tell you, oh yeah, we made a lot of money. And if you're a shareholder, you're like, yeah, but what are you going to do in the future? And they pull down their pants and they start shitting on each other. And this is kind of what is happening to me right now. I'm not literally naked and shitting myself. Man, that was a very bad analogy. But the point that I'm trying to make is I'm really not sure what is going to happen in the coming weeks / months in terms of streaming. My regular recorded content, that one should not be impacted too much. Because, recording gameplay or these kinds of relatively short videos doesn't take anything away from my work, so it's fine, but still I really miss streaming because it's a fun way to interact with people. I'm glad that a few years ago I opened a Discord server. There should be the Discord link in the video description, or you can manually type the banner in on the screen to join. You can stay in contact with me, tell me that I'm bad and I should feel bad, can share memes. We have fun in our Discord. It's a tiny, comfy place where some giveaways happen. Wink, wink. And then what else? Well, when it comes to games, yeah, by the way, bless the autoplay because it makes it easier for me to talk while I play. Later, when I switch from Honkai Star Rail to ZZZ, it's going to be a nightmare because I need to focus a little bit. In terms of games, in Honkai Star Rail, I'm following my philosophy of pulling for few characters but investing a bit deeper into them. So, for the last couple of years, every time that I pull for a character, as far as I can remember, I went for some Eidolons. Yeah. And it's a way of approaching the game that I like. Because at the end of the day, if you have 50 characters, you're only using 4 of them. Sure, you can switch teams, and there are some game modes that require 2 teams, so you need 8 characters. But at the end of the day, if you pull for, let's say you have 30 limited characters, there's going to be more than half of them that you never use. Or you only use them when you really think like, oh wow, I really want to play my Yanshin because I hate life. And it's not a great feeling. I know Yanshin is not a limited character, but you know what I mean, right? Even someone like, I don't know, Silver Wolf. I've not been playing her for a very, very long time. Although I have her at Eidolon 2, she doesn't fit very well in many teams. Many people, including myself, valued her very high when she was released, and she was absolutely amazing for several months, but the game has moved a little bit away from content that makes Silver Wolf shine, and so very, very little time has been devoted to our beloved Silver Wolf in recent months. Let's complete these things. I cannot complete these things. Man, everything sucks. I cannot do that. That one will not even be enough. This is awful. This is terrible. I cannot complete the missions. Fine, it happens. It is what it is. It is what it is. Can you get this? We can! We can, and I can get some fuel. Fuel which is going to be used on more relics, of course. No, not the Divergent Universe. Fuck off, you and your Divergent Universe. And for the near future, still talking about Honkai Star Rail, let's do 2 more runs. No, let's do 3 more runs. Let's go. Ting Yun, the new Ting Yun, I'm skipping her. I tried to get her just because I really like her design, and the original 4-star Ting Yun is one of my favorite characters. I tried a few pulls, but she didn't come home early, and since I really don't play break teams, I find it an extremely dull game mechanic. I have no interest in swiping or trying to go for her until the end of her ban. Patch 3.0, we're going to get the real Herta, the Aglaea lady, and a bunch of rerounds, and for me that one is a massive skip. I had the thoughts of getting Big Herta for a while. I like her design and animations, but there is Castorize, as known as the Beaver Girl. That's a Discord thing, don't worry about it too much if you don't understand. I really like her design, and on her same patch, which is going to be the 3.1, allegedly, I'm doing air quotes, we're also getting Tribi, the chibi girl with red hair and a doll that looks a little bit like Sparkle. And those are 2 characters that I'm really looking forward maybe to get. It will also depend a little bit on their kids, because a damage dealer could have some scaling or team requirements that force me to pull for 25 different characters, and then I would skip that. And to the same extent, a Harmony character could be a Harmony character who just works with characters that I do not have or I do not like. So, as usual, we'll have to wait and see once their kit is revealed to have an idea whether we'll be pulling from them or whether there will be some Omega Skipperoni. The game is getting a little bit more, not really harder, but all the hit points are getting inflated to a point that it's difficult to zero cycle if you don't, meta slave with your wallet in the game to keep up with the constantly new OP damage dealers that allow you to zero cycle both sides depending on the cycle, but the rewards are the same. And I like the zero cycling, especially with the Zeely, when it really gave me the feeling that it was a matter of character investment, relics investment, and all this sort of stuff. Now it's more like, hey, did you pull for when you limited the character? Yes, there you go, a free zero cycle for you. It doesn't feel as good. It has always been like that, but right now there are cycles that, even with some of my well-invested characters, I have no way to zero cycles. Mainly it's because I skipped Robin, which is a core in many zero cycle teams, because I don't really like her very much. In terms of design and character, the power level is absolutely insane, but I don't really like her, so whatever, it's a skip for me. And yeah, we'll have to wait and see, because we're getting a new patch with a new world, new game mechanics, new characters, new potential teams that we'll have to build from scratch. Hopefully we will get some DOT related characters. Hopefully. Rage, please. We will see. And let's start talking about the ZZZ for a minute, because we're almost done here in Honkai Star Rail, and I will have to do the switch to ZZZ, for which there will probably be a short cut in the video, because I already opened ZZZ, but every now and then it asks me to log in again, and it tries to dox me, which is something that I do not appreciate particularly. So I will just cut, log in, get in the game, make sure the sound is fine, and then we will be fooling around with my beloved Jane Doe and maybe some Miyabi action as well. In the coming patch, I'm definitely going to pull for Astra Yao. 100%. And there are two reasons. One is, I'm not a huge fan of the support characters that we have in the game, apart from Lucy. I really like Lucy's gameplay. She doesn't take a lot of field time. She does not have convoluted rotations or requirements. It's just attack on 2 discs, energy recharge on disc 6. You hold E to throw the Piggy Bonkerino. The Piggy Bonkerino goes and he gets you the buffs, and that's pretty much it for, I believe, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, something like that. It's very straightforward, and the buffs are good, they buff everyone, so if you're running 2 damage dealers like Miyabi and Nagi, that's pretty great. And the problem is the other one. Like, I really dislike Soikaku. She's a pain in the ass to play. Really a pain in the ass. I believe I do not have any pool, right? Yeah. I used the future to try to get Ingyun, didn't get her, so leave. And so I'm really looking forward for Astra Yao in order to have a support character that I like, that is very powerful because her kit looks extremely loaded, and that I can play in a multi-duo teams. In addition to that, something that I consider extremely important is she's voiced by the voice actress of Seele, Molly. Where is Seele? My beloved Seele. Hello. These are not her official relics. She's been on a little bit of a holiday recently. I think I've never made a video about it. I made a video about my break from Genshin Impact, but I never made a video. How come my Seele disappeared from the top tier of Seeleland, and I don't make videos about her? She carried me extremely hard during the first year of Honkai Star Rail, and I got her at Eidolon 2 on her original banner, and then Eidolon 4 on her first rerun. And after 1 year of just playing Seele with an absolutely insane build, because, I mean, these are her stats and she's missing a relic, so you can figure out the stats. I decided that I would give her a break. I think she deserves it. So one day I gave her no relics, and I refreshed her database on Seeleland, so she was basically gone from the leaderboard, and she's on holiday. I use her every now and then to clear stuff, but I like the idea of letting her have a little bit of rest after she carried me so hard during the first year, because I pulled for her on 1.0, then I got Kafka, and then it took me a very long time to get another damage dealer that I liked. And Kafka, when she was released, she was extremely underwhelming. Very little DOT synergies. It took some time to get her a a dedicated relic set. Now her build is crazy good. I have some Eidolons. Her team is crazy good. But when she was released, like she was okay for clearing all the content in the game, but compared to even Sealy, she felt extremely underwhelming. And right now I'm using Kafka a lot because she has reached the power levels that are pretty adequate. But Sealy will always be my favorite. I kinda would like to get her Eidolons 5 and 6, but they're so bad. They're so bad. In terms of value, I should get refinements for the Lightcon. Superimpositions for the Lightcon, but it's like, yeah, I get an extra 1 here, 2 there. It's not really worth it. It's not particularly fun. And her Eidolon 5 is S, her Eidolon 6 is absolutely underwhelming, so I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But let's take a moment. I will cut the video right now on my beloved Sealy because I want to switch to ZZZ and I need to make sure that everything is fine in the other game. Okay, here we are in ZZZ. Hopefully when I get in game rather than in the menu, the volume will be a bit higher. It should be higher. Oh, my beloved Hejendo. I like her so much. She's going to be here forever, by the way. I like Miyabi a lot, and Miyabi was the reason why I started playing ZZZ, but she has a design that for me really knocks it off the park. By far my favorite character in the game. And some people are like, well, obviously Sir Grindelot, you are absolutely disgusting. No, it's not for that. It's the color scheme, the color of the hair, the unique design in general, and especially of the tail, and the animations during combat are amazing. Just by far my favorite character in ZZZ, and I would say among the top 3 in all of the Hoyo games that I played over the course of the years. And I know that right now the volume is a bit low, but unfortunately ZZZ has huge spikes in the volume even without changing any settings. Like the settings are like this right now. Later when the combat starts, everything will feel like it goes up for absolutely no reason. So I need to keep the volume a little bit down. I could set up some filters and stuff like that, but man, that takes a lot of work. As we're here, let's go home, as I keep talking my nonsense. I was talking about Astra Yao. She has the same voice actress as Sealy. Molly Zhang, in English. She has the same voice actress. And I really like her voice. I'm a huge Molly's voice simp. And because I like the tone of her voice, how it sounds. It's something that I discussed even on... what do I want to get? Let's keep going, guys. It's something that I discussed even on Discord a few days ago, mentioning the movie Sunshine, where there is a scene that the guy is put on a holographic chamber to chill out. And he's watching a holographic clip of a couple of girls playing on some rocks with a huge wave crashing on the rocks. And he looks very happy. And suddenly the video stops and there is the voice of the system telling him, telling him that the doctor ordered him to watch peaceful images to calm down, implying that the girls with the crashing rocks, with the crashing waves, are not exactly ideal. And the guy replies, the waves make me feel peaceful. And so the video restarts. And that's how Molly's voice makes me feel. I really like how it sounds and the tone of it. I do not personally know her, I've never talked to her, but I just recognize her voice immediately every time I hear a character voiced by her. And the moment I heard the voice of Astra Yao in a reveal video, I was like, no, this one is Molly, it has to be her. She talks in a slightly different way, because, that's the point of a voice actor, but there is something about the tone of her voice that, for me, is an instant giveaway. Oh, I should go to the Hia place, though, because we get extra stuff this week. If it's still there. I hope it's still there. So she's going to be a must pull for me, 100%. Yeah, we still get the double rewards. And I'm not entirely sold on Evelyn. By not entirely sold, I mean like at all. I don't know why. Like, she looks like a mix of Kafka and Yelan from Genshin Impact, in an even hornier package, but for some reason, she really does not activate my album. So for me, it's Astra Yao, followed by Skip, and in the patch after them, I honestly don't know who we're going to get. There are some times that thanks to leaks and other things, we know everything in advance. I don't know if it was rumored and I missed it, or if we really do not know anything, but I honestly have no clue what's going to happen after Astra Yao Evelyn. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. I wouldn't mind getting some extra copy of Yanagi. She has a playstyle that I like a lot. Problem is that Miyabi is so strong, so we'll have to wait and decide what to do in the future. Because, you know, getting some extra copies for Yanagi to make her feel a bit stronger, when in reality 90% of the job is done by Miyabi in the team, is going to feel a little bit weird. So there is also the chance that I will be like, you know what, Yanagi, I really like you. Very good playstyle, but you are so good that even at Cinema Zero, that's good enough. And I really like this game mode, by the way. Since we're here, the Lost Void, I really, really like it. Way more than the Weaver Domain. It's faster. Way faster, and the last boss fight does not make me want to die. Fighting against the cursed flower here at the end is awful. There are so many things that make you feel like you're wasting time. Whereas here, the transition between the phases of the boss is very quick. And it feels much better. It was only with Jane Doe that I managed to one-shot it a couple of times because I got all the assault cards, but in general, it's such a dull fight. Giga skip. Giga skip. Farewell, Weaver Domain. Unless I'm missing some rewards, I will have to check. If I still have some rewards to pick up, I will try to. We'll have to wait and see. I'm still farming here, and something that I showed in my character showcase is that I want a better piece here. Ideally a piece with 5 attack percentage rolls. Ideally. This one at the moment is a little bit underwhelming. But in general I want it from the Polar set. Crit damage main stat. If I could get some extra crit rate rolls, it would not be too bad, because I could rearrange some of the other things, but I really want at least 3 or possibly 4 attack percentage rolls, because she does not need any crit rate at all. She already reaches the amount required for her own self-buff ability. So I am very happy about her build, apart from that single piece that can be improved quite significantly. And then, yeah, we will just see what happens in the near future, because we don't know as far as we know in Honkai Star Rail for ZZZ. We have some ideas about characters that are going to be released, but it's still a bit nebulous. We will have to wait and see. I like how every time Miyabi does the "it's over" voice line, the enemy is always left at like 5% hit points. It happens every single time. I'm starting to think that it's coded like that on purpose. Like, if enemy is still alive at 2% hit points, then it's over. Bloody Miyabi. This one is usable. If it rolls well. You know, it could all roll like S, and then it's not particularly usable. Let's see. Then, talking about non-gacha games, I've had The Last Epoch this year. Was it released last year? I don't remember, but let's say the last solar year, more or less. Last Epoch, I liked it a lot. Really, really a lot. The problem are the updates. I have a feeling that they don't know what to do with the game. They want to have it as a game like Green Dawn, that you can play solo and just enjoy the content that is being released over time. But they also want to have it as a game like Path of Exile, which gets seasons with consistent new mechanics and stuff like that. The problem is the amount of stuff we have in the game right now is not enough to match something like Grim Dawn, meaning that once you finish the campaign and you do some end game grinding, it doesn't take a very long time before you reach to a point where you cannot make any more progress, just because you keep getting one shot in the end game, or because getting upgrades would take way too long. But at the same time, the updates take so long that it's not as interesting as something like Path of Exile, where you get a new season every 3 months, rather more or less. Because right now we have not had any update of any kind in Last Epoch for about 6 months. I have not played it for a while, exactly for that reason. I'm happy about the power level of my characters in the current season, and it's like, now I don't want to play another character. Then 2 months from now I start again from scratch, going through all the campaign. No, I'm not going to do it. They really need to find a balance in what they want to do with their game. Like, do you want to have new updates every 3 months so that people grind the new game mechanics? Cool, do it every 3 months, 4 at the most. But it has to be, quick, so that I can build one character, invest into it, build another one, invest into it, and then it's about time to move to the new league. That's good. No, not 6 months. 6 months is absolutely insane. Even for someone like me who has invested way more than 1,000 hours in the Last Epoch. Way more. And I invested a lot in the last... during the last campaign, during the last season, so to speak, to get some giga-buffed characters. I think we have a couple of things to level up, but let's see how they go. So yeah, they really need to decide where they want to go with their game. Either release better, more interesting, engaging, permanent content, or release more often not temporary, but seasonal content. I think the one that looked really neat was here. This one. Here, we are not cucks, so we go from 0 to 15 all at once. I think it's S. No, it's okay. Fine. Usable. Did I have another one that looked good? Oh, I think I got one from the Astra Yao set. For Astra Yao, who has the Astra Yao stuff? Oh, here, I gave it to Arumasa, of course. I started to level up a few things. It looks like she will just need as much attack as possible everywhere and energy recharge here. So I'm just locking everything that gets attack main stat and attack substats here on 4 and 5, possibly some penetration, but I've not seen it yet. And here I'm trying to focus on attack percentage, well, mainly attack percentage, then penetration and flat attack. I'm assuming that penetration will work for Astra Yao's attack. If not, rip me, but it's not a big deal. And the other game that I've been playing recently has been, of course, Path of Exile 2. And it's not a very fun game, which is a big problem. It's a big problem. It's a good game, but at the moment I don't find it particularly fun. It's more frustrating and slow than fun. So I made it to level 75 on Blood Mage. Please do not play the Blood Mage. It's abysmally bad. I cannot believe how poorly that character is designed. I vastly prefer Last Epoch over Path of Exile 2. Path of Exile 2, they need to do some rebalancing. They need to deeply look into their souls, because at the moment it doesn't feel like a great game to play for me. It has a ton of potential. I'm not dropping it completely. I will just invest less time into it, because I don't find it as fun as Last Epoch or Path of Exile 1. I took a break when I got killed on a Giga Juiced map by the first pack of trash mobs because I got a leg spike. And right now in Path of Exile 2, I believe I finished all my daily activities, by the way. So we're going to witness Jane in all her glory here in front of a hollow. I don't want to have a disgusting view from the bottom, though. Fine, let's do like this. What was I saying? Oh my god. Yeah, that I had a Giga Juiced map, but it was not juiced in a way that it was undoable. Like, it was very manageable. I got some very lucky buffs on the map, some very lucky mods, and I was really looking forward to it. The first pack of trash mobs killed me because I had a leg spike, which meant I lost XP, I lost the map because there is only one portal to go back if you die. Like, you're dead. The map is gone forever. And I just couldn't handle it. I ulted for the game and I've not restarted Path of Exile in, must have been 4 or 5 days by now. It really triggered me. The most triggered I've been with a game in a long time. There are so many decisions in Path of Exile 2 that make absolutely no sense. I can appreciate a slower pace of a game. It's fine. It's a decision. Instead of being a walking simulator that you one-shot everything that is on screen without thinking about it, you do things more methodically, slowly. It's okay. It's just a different approach of a game. But then there are so many things that are absolutely frustrating. And definitely the fact that I picked a character that feels extremely ass compared to most others didn't help. And right now I don't feel like re-rolling. I will wait a little bit, then maybe either re-roll completely or hope that they buff the Blood Witch. We'll have to wait and see. What else was there? Well, Wuva was one of the most embarrassing games I've ever played, so I've only been there one day. Sometimes there are mentions about Wuva in my Discord, because it's a game that no one plays on my Discord, of course. And for me it was just an embarrassing game to play. Not necessarily bad, like maybe it's good, I don't know, maybe you enjoy the combat, whatever. But I just found it embarrassing because it was a mix and match of MiHoYo games. And the thing that made me embarrassed the most about playing Wuthering Waves is that I've been following it since it was announced and there was some early beta, what is it called? They're not leaks because they were released by the company itself, but videos and promotion materials. And I was expecting it to be a slightly more mature open world game compared to Genshin Impact. And that was the look of it at the very early stages of the development cycle. Then they released videos, and it was essentially Genshin Impact in Unreal Engine, with very few differences. In the beginning, it even had the elemental system, exactly like Genshin Impact. It was I made a post, I didn't make a video. I made a post about Wuva because it did not deserve a video, in my opinion, where I said that it looked as if Genshin Impact was programmed by an AI inside Unreal Engine. And it just felt like that. But what happened is that during the development of Wuthering Waves, ZZZ started the beta. And it has a very different combat compared to Genshin Impact. And if you notice that, there are some similarities in ZZ combat and Wuva's combat. Why is that? Well, the moment ZZ's combat showed up with the transition between characters, Kuro Games took the elemental system of Wuthering Waves, scrapped it, and replaced it with a system that looks a lot like ZZZ, with the transition between characters enabling different abilities. And then they rushed to release the game right before ZZZ to make it look more unique. Like, wow, it has a very unique combat system. No. It's the combat system of a game in beta that they copied, and then they rushed to release their game before their game was released. It made me feel embarrassed. Like I cannot even see Wuthering Waves as a game. For me, it's just a joke to the gaming industry. Is it good? Maybe it's fantastic, but the development of the game and how it was designed to copy paste a bunch of different features of MiHoYo games, put them all together, and rush it out on release was just embarrassing. But you know, the game starts, you fall in the water, you wake up on an island or on a beach, and there is not Paimon talking to you. I was like, no, oh my god. I thought it was going to be different. What a waste of my time. What an absolute waste. But enough for Wuthering Waves because it's unfathomable that it even exists. What else have I played? Not much this year. There have been a few games that have been interesting, but mostly smaller indie games that I've enjoyed playing, but I have not streamed or recorded gameplay to a deeper extent for them. And talking about my channel, it has been growing. We're getting more subs, we're getting more views. This year, finally, my wife will not have, my family will not have dog food on the table, because during the last couple of months, I also had a few videos that performed very well, and they sent some money my way. We're now 35 minutes in the video. So if you watched it so far, thank you for your support, and there's going to be a giveaway at the beginning of the next year. And I'm not sure exactly when I will start to arrange it, and I'm not sure if it will be YouTube and Discord or Discord only. So we'll have to wait and see. You know, if you've been watching the video so long, so far, I've been here just witnessing at the Jane Doe in all her glory. Be warned, make sure that you join Discord so that if I decided to have a Discord only giveaway like the last time, you can join it. Last time, by the way, because it was a Discord only giveaway, all the people who subscribed to my YouTube channel just for the giveaways got screwed, and so everyone who joined my giveaway won. Because my Discord server is pretty small, you know, we don't have a lot of people. And everyone who noticed there was a giveaway joined, and they all won. Yeah. So if you're not on my Discord server, well, what are you doing with your life? Just join, share some memes, share some pictures of Jane Doe and other characters. And you can get some free stuff from giveaway when it happens. But it's definitely going to happen. It's just that planning the giveaway and making sure that when the giveaway ends, I'm available to give out the rewards and stuff like that. It takes me a little bit of planning time, and I'm really busy with work. I'm hoping after the first week of January, I will be able to do it. Then, thinking about, not about games, but more about real life stuff. Well, work, I already said that I'm extremely busy. My little daughter, who has been a very important part of this channel, because I started this channel around the time she was born. I cannot remember if it was before her or after her. But I remember when she was born, because of the start of a Hu Tao banner. No, I'm kidding. I remember my daughter's birthday, and it was not during Hu Tao's banner. She was born in summer. But I often mention stories, adventures, and misadventures with my daughter, and she's fine. She's 5 and change now. She's getting closer. She will turn 6 next year in 2025. She's been growing well. My wife is doing well. This was the year that I lost my mom, which is sad, but unfortunately she had health issues that showed up all of a sudden, because for many, many years she didn't really take care of her health. And we were all kind of expecting it. It was sad that it happened, but we were also fairly relieved that the thing solved itself quickly. Luckily, I was able to talk to her during one of the last few days during which she was still lucid in her head, and I had a video call with her and my daughter, because we live very far from each other. So, you know, it was definitely sad, but it's things that happen when parents don't get younger. And my dad is still rocking around. His health is better. We will have to see how long he can be with us, because yeah, he's not getting younger. I'm checking on him every day, but I ask him, "Are you getting younger?" And he says, "Nope." Fam, that sucks. You need to work on that. We have to wait and see. I know that a lot of content creators will make a video just dedicated to something like this, but to farm some, care views. But I'm not the kind of guy. I just put it at the end of a 40-minute video as something that I mention, because it's something that happened in my life that is fairly important and relevant. Nothing else particularly important happened to me this year. 'Cause I've been so busy with work. Man, it sucks, but it's also good because, if you work and you're busy at work and you work a lot, you make money, which is good. Thumbs up. But at the same time, especially during the weekend, I have very little time and very little interest to go fooling around and go on adventures, so that on Monday I can tell you, yeah, I went to do bungee jumping. No, during the weekend I just want to lay down and sleep until noon. And then record a video and then sleep until the evening. Yeah, recently my weekends involve a lot of sleep, really, really a lot of sleep. And because I have a very long commute to work, I'm not even particularly inclined to go traveling. No, I don't want a too horny image of Jane Doe. Can we just get a slightly closer, but not horny? Apparently not. I don't know why. I cannot rearrange the camera properly. Ah, fine. We let Roland enjoy the view. We let Roland enjoy the view. Have a talk. It may not apply to everyone, but as I mentioned earlier, I need to spend an hour and a half to go to work, an hour and a half to come back home. During the weekend, the idea of getting on a car or a bus or a train to go on a trip. I can drive a car 10 minutes to go shopping, or to go to a hot spring or to the seaside, depending on the season. Okay, but it's like, yeah, let's go to the other side of Taiwan. No, I just want to lay down and close my eyes, sleep, play some game, play with my daughter. Anyway, that's about all for this year in review video. There's been a lot of nonsense. Thank you if you have been sticking around for the whole video, playing in the background. And remember to join everything, the YouTube channel and the Discord for the incoming giveaway. And thank you for your support. I had some regular viewers, both here on YouTube and some regular members of my Discord, and I appreciate it a lot. I really appreciate it, because although my community is very small, it always gives me a warm feeling in my heart to see that some people enjoy following the content that I make, even if, I'm just a single guy in front of a computer recording things, editing them, and uploading them. Some people, for an year in review video, would make something shorter, like 8-10 minutes with a lot of clips and stuff like that, but yeah, I'm just a dude. I cannot do any of that, unfortunately. I have some projects in mind for the next year, but they're all on hold based on my work schedule. I think that I mentioned on Discord is that I would really like to make a video series about very old games to see how they hold up in modern times. I'm talking games from the 90s, maybe early 2000s, maybe even from the 80s, because I played a lot of them. So all stuff that I played originally and that I know how it felt back in those days, and replay it now and see if it holds up, how it holds up, if it's playable, and those kind of things. But it's something that will require a bit of time, and time is at a premium right now for me. But who knows, maybe everyone will get the new flu thingy and we will all stay at home, stuck at home for years once again. It's odd that it happened after the election. I was expecting it to happen before the US election, but maybe they're a bit late on schedule this time. Anyway, thank you for stopping by, guys. I truly appreciate if you have been with me for these 45 minutes. And case I do not upload any new video until the end of the year. Enjoy your end of the year holiday, if you have it, and enjoy the beginning of 2025. And I will catch you around next time. Bye, guys, and take care.